Imagine floating above your own body, watching doctors fight to save your life. For millions, this isn't fantasy, it's reality. What does science reveal about these profound moments? A near-death experience, or NDE, is a profound subjective event occurring when a person is close to death or in a state of physical crisis. The term was popularized by psychiatrist Raymond Moody in his 1975 book Life After Life, which collected accounts from cardiac arrest survivors. Moody identified a core pattern: a sense of being dead, an out-of-body experience, moving through a tunnel, encountering a brilliant light, meeting deceased relatives, and a life review. Not every NDE includes all elements, but the consistency across cultures is striking. Modern researchers use the Grayson NDE scale, developed by Bruce Grayson, to quantify these experiences. The scale includes 16 items across 4 categories: cognitive, affective, paranormal, and transcendental. A score of 7 or higher qualifies as an NDE. This tool has moved the study from anecdote to empirical science, allowing systematic investigation of this mysterious phenomenon. Near-death experiences are not rare. In a landmark study of cardiac arrest survivors by Parnia and colleagues in 2014, 9% of patients reported NDEs. Other studies suggest rates between 10% and 20% among those who come close to death. With millions of cardiac arrest survivors worldwide, the number of people who have had an NDE is substantial and growing as resuscitation techniques improve. This prevalence challenges the notion that NDEs are mere hallucinations or anomalies. Instead, they appear to be a recurring human experience, cutting across age, culture, and belief systems. The consistency of reports from diverse populations suggests a universal underlying mechanism, one that science is only beginning to understand. Each new survivor adds to the data, offering fresh insights into the borderlands of consciousness. Perhaps the most startling feature of NDEs is the out-of-body experience, where individuals report floating above their physical body and observing events from a distinct vantage point. In one famous case, a patient undergoing cardiac arrest reported seeing a specific shoe on a hospital ledge, a detail later confirmed by staff. Skeptics argue such reports could be based on auditory cues or prior knowledge, but some cases involve verifiable information the patient could not have known while unconscious. Neuroimaging studies of induced out-of-body experiences in healthy volunteers show that the temporoparietal junction plays a key role in body ownership and spatial perspective. Disrupting this area with electrical stimulation can produce out-of-body sensations. However, NDE-related out-of-body experiences are far more detailed, emotionally intense, and often accompanied by a sense of leaving the physical body entirely, not just a distorted sense of self. The classic tunnel and light imagery has been linked to retinal ischemia, a lack of blood flow to the retina, which can cause a central bright spot and peripheral darkness. However, this explanation struggles to account for why the tunnel is reported even by blind individuals. In a study by Ring and Cooper, people who were blind from birth reported seeing light, shapes, and even detailed visual scenes during NDEs. This finding challenges purely physiological models and suggests that the experience may involve more than just brain activity. The consistency of the tunnel and light across cultures and sensory abilities points to a deeper, perhaps universal, aspect of human consciousness. It raises questions about the nature of perception itself, whether it is purely a product of the brain or something that can transcend its usual limits. Many NDEs include a panoramic life review, where moments from the person's life flash before their eyes in vivid detail. This phenomenon has been linked to the brain's limbic system, particularly the amygdala and hippocampus, which are involved in memory consolidation. During cardiac arrest, a surge of endorphins and other neurochemicals may trigger a hyperrealistic retrieval of memories. However, the life review in NDEs is often described as being outside of time, with an emotional intensity that does not match typical memory recall. People report experiencing every moment simultaneously, often with a sense of judgment or meaning. This suggests that the life review is not just a replay, but a transformative experience, one that can change a person's perspective on life and death. The mechanism remains one of the greatest puzzles in NDE research. One of the most consistent findings is the profound peace reported during NDEs. In a study of 344 NDE accounts, Grayson found that 80% reported a sense of peace or pleasantness, even in situations that would normally be terrifying. This contradicts the idea that NDEs are simply fear-based hallucinations. The release of endorphins and other neurochemicals during crisis may contribute to this calm, but the depth and consistency of the peace suggests something more. Many survivors describe it as an overwhelming, all-encompassing love, often accompanied by a sense of unity with the universe. This emotional aspect is transformative, leading to lasting changes in attitudes toward life and death. It challenges the notion that near-death is purely a biological event, hinting at dimensions of experience that science has yet to fully explain. The evidence from NDE research challenges our understanding of consciousness, memory, and the boundary between life and death. The consistency of reports across cultures, the verifiable details in out-of-body experiences, and the experiences of blind individuals all point to a phenomenon that cannot be easily dismissed. While some scientists argue that NDEs are purely the product of a dying brain, others suggest they may offer glimpses into a non-local consciousness. The debate continues, but one thing is clear: NDEs are real, measurable, and profound. They force us to reconsider what it means to be conscious, to exist, and to experience reality. As resuscitation techniques improve and more survivors share their stories, the science of NDEs will only grow, offering new insights into one of humanity's greatest mysteries. Near-death experiences remain one of psychology's most compelling frontiers. If you found this exploration valuable, consider diving deeper into the science of consciousness.